some good hydration in. Hello, hello. Check and make sure this thing is live. Okay, I'm just gonna clear out these old saves because I just backed them up and it'll be a little faster. Okay. So this ought to be a fun one because this is a relatively new Metroidvania that just came out. Just for a little context here. Relatively new Metroidvania that just came out, and I just played through it yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is so fun, the movement is so cracked, I bet speedruns of this go crazy. And then I went and checked speedrun.com, and no one has ever speedrun this game. So I'm here to fix that today. This is like, I've got to do my service here, so let me bring up Live Split. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. We're gonna see how fast we can do this. Now, I have never run this game before. I did one practice run through before stream, but this will be my first one. That's true. This will be a world record run. Welcome aboard, Icy. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. And how's it going? This will be a world record run because no one has ever run this game before. It's about a 5-hour game. It's a very short game, and I believe I have routed it as optimally as I can figure out off the top of my head. So some of the movement's going to be a little clunky because this is going to be like my 4th playthrough of this game. And again, I played it for the first time literally yesterday. But the fact that there were no runs of this, it's crazy. That's true. If you beat it faster than me, then you will have the world record, and that would be hilarious. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was a really, really cool game. I'll show it to you here. It is a Metroidvania, really a Microvania. It takes about 5 hours cover to cover. Got some cosmic horror themes, and it's got some... really, really cool movement, as you will get to see in this run. We're going to do some really crazy skips. There's one really crazy skip I figured out that lets you skip basically the equivalent of Silksong's 3rd act, but for this game, and it's going to be really fun. But yeah, we'll get to that as we get to it. So I'm going to hop into it, and good luck with your Unreal coursework. Yeah, I had a hunch you were not actually downloading it right now, but yeah. So timing is going to start, I guess I get to make this up. There are no rules. So I'm going to say timing starts as soon as you hit new game. I could start it when you gain control of the character, but I'd like to have my hands on the controller at that point. So I think it'll be easier to just hit new game and start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, I set up the keybind correctly. We're going to mash through this opening cutscene here. A lot of great storytelling. It's not actually that text heavy, but it is definitely a game that if you really want the full experience, you'll have to read. So in the early game, we're going to want to avoid jumping as much as possible because when you fall, you kind of stick to the ground a little bit, you'll see. And that's going to be the case for a while, but it's okay. Eventually, in fact, very soon, that's not going to matter because we're not going to be touching the ground very much, which is part of why this game is so fun. I'm so stoked to get to show this off. Because I guarantee most people have not seen this, if at all. So I'm really hyped about this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here into this little secret passage here, and we're going to torch this guy, and we're going to pick ourselves up a grappling hook. And we're going to die to that guy because the respawn is actually faster than torching him and waiting for him to move, at least as far as I could tell, in my very limited testing. But yeah, the art style is very, very reminiscent of Noida. I got that vibe too. So we're going to stop up here. We're going to hit this shrine. I'm realizing I don't actually have my speedrun notes up on the other tab, and I'm going to need them in just a second. Because the shrine routing is actually very specific. We're going to... Those shrines that we light give us... Yeah, right? Grapple hook and first minute is peak. So those shrines that we light give us spirits, and when you collect enough spirits, you get to upgrade your stamina with a certain NPC. And we are going to need a few of those to do a really, really cool skip I came up with. Trust me, this skip is awesome. Oh wait, this is where I go down. This is why I first run. There's just a lot of time saved for future runs. Right out the gate. But yeah, so we're going to drop down here. We're going to swing up to the... Hold on. I do actually need to get this one right now. This is necessary for the run. No. We have to hit this one. And then we're going to bounce here. Yeah, so if you love a good grapple game, yeah, this is going to be peak. So this one here is probably the scariest trick in the whole run. I would probably actually reset the run, like, eventually if I were to miss that one, but thankfully we hit it here. And we'll go ahead and pick up the climbing gear. And now we're going to save and quit. So it has Hollow Knight-esque save and quit tricks we can do here. So because you can reload at the entrance, just in case there would be a soft lock, the dev thought it would be a good idea to put that in, and we are going to exploit the heck out of it. So we have the second major ability right away, because I know where it's at, so I can get to it quite quickly. That should not have dealt damage to me, because while they're on fire, they don't deal damage, so I don't really know what just happened right there, but that's okay. Probably just mistimed it. So yeah, most of the time, the movement is going to be, we're going to want to be grappling right now. Also, we're going to fall very specifically on this side because there's a shrine here, and we need these spirits for a rite we're going to do very, very shortly here. So we're going to pick up this crystal, and I've been back and forth on whether or not it's worth activating this elevator. I think the answer is yes for something I want to do a little bit later. And then we're going to grab this here, which gives us vision, so we can now see some spooky things we couldn't see before, including the ability to break some of these purple goos. So it'll affect it a little bit. The thing is, there aren't that many save and quits, so at this stage, I'm not overly worried about that, but yes, I do think that your PC speed will affect your run speed. Sorry, this is a little bit precise here. I want to grab there, and I missed it again. That's alright. I'll just get to this part next time and be like, how did this take so long? Okay. And I'm checking my notes here. I want to hit this flower. And then we're going to climb up here. And so at this stage, yeah, I'm losing my world record, true. It's tough to lose world record pace at this point. But here we are. So now we're going to drop down here. Right, okay, so I want to go right here. And we're going to grab our first right, which are these lovely little parchments here. We're going to let that enemy shoot that wall for later. We will collect that shrine, but we'll be coming back here later. I'm half talking this much just to remind myself. So then we're going to pick this up, and because we have 10 spirits, we have our right, and we have our 4 crystals, we can actually complete the first right of the game, which gives us... before 5 minutes in, we have our first major ability. So this is going to be quite fun. I forget you can't skip that cutscene. Yo, Hex, welcome aboard. Good to see you. How's it going? Yeah, checking out a new indie game. I played this for the first time literally yesterday and wanted to go see the speedruns because I was like, the movement in this has to be cracked. And no one had speedrun it, so we're here correcting that today. Because the movement in this game is... like, awesome. This is one of the few sections in the game where there's nothing you can do to make that go faster. You just have to wait for that platform, as far as I can tell. This one here, we're going to let that thing drop down, and then we're going to swing underneath, blow this up, and grab this key, except that actually I don't have to blow that up. I can just drop down here. I can't remember if I need that door open, but I did just open it, because it takes like an extra 2 seconds. So if we don't go through that door, I can skip opening it. That's my logic here. Okay, this is the point at which I need to pull up my actual notes, so forgive me here as I... So I memorized it up to this point. That's not too bad. So we have just made it into the concealed fortress. And at this point, going right. All right. Right, okay, yeah, I remember this now. Cool, cool, cool. I say I made it up and I wrote it out in a route notes document. Oops. Missed this guy, so we lose a little time having to shoot a second projectile, but that's all right. So we're going to want this guy here. He's going to shoot at us, and we need him to shoot a little bit... We need him to not shoot us. We need him to shoot up there to hit that crystal, and then we're going to need him to shoot above us again to hit that thing. And now we can actually fight back by throwing explosives at him, which will kill him and allow us to pick up his core, which we're going to need for our next right. So that's why we do that. But yeah, so we will actually start fighting back against us. Additionally, he drops 5 spirits, and you probably saw earlier, spirits are used to perform our rites. So we are going to need those. Also, I don't come up here. I forgot, once you kill that guy, we can just back out. I remember that from last time, right? Backtrack immediately out, then we're going to go down this shaft and hug the left wall. Again, can't even call it a derust. This is the world's first speedrun of this game. So we're going to let this guy shoot us again. You really don't want him to hit you, because if he hits you, he heals the 1 damage you may have done already. So we do want to kill him there, but that should bring us up to 12, and then we'll come over here and pick up the right. So that is the paper that gives us the next right. Very convenient that it's right beside one of the guardians that drops one of the things we need for it. And then we're heading over here. So for this room, we're going to let that guy shoot once. And then we're going to clamber up here. This guy can shoot once. If you try to jump over that early, he just shoots you in the face, and it's not a good time. Well, for you. Pretty good for him. Oh. So normally this guy is more in the center of the room. I've never seen him positioned here before. I'm not sure if that's random or, like, why he's there, but it's alright. We'll adapt. Alright. There we go. So we now have our 3 things we need to do the right, so we can just back out of this hole. So the reason you wall jump, by the way, you'll see me wall jumping a lot rather than just climbing straight up the wall. Not only is it faster, you don't use stamina while wall jumping, and right now our stamina is a very, very limited resource. Also, something else I really like about this game as a speed game is that, kind of like Chicory, the penalty for messing up a trick is always very small. In that, by the way, this is our second right, and we get a really fun ability from this one. But the penalty for failing is really small. Like, you just respawn next door. There isn't health. There's not really save respawns. You just have 1 HP. If you mess up, you respawn on the last safe platform. And I really appreciate that. Makes it kind of fun for a speed game, so you never feel like the whole run is lost. It's not like a Silk Song where you can respawn halfway across the map. So anyway, we have parry now, and so we will immediately be reloading at the Sealed Fortress entrance. Because we don't want to go through the rest of this biome. This biome is really large, actually. Even, like, for biomes in this game. You may have noticed the biomes are somewhat small, but... so we can now parry, which is really fun, because then the things that you parry, you can also grab and throw back at the enemies. And that is what combat looks like in this game. It's quite silly. Alright. So we're going to come up into here, and there's actually... there are several paths into the next area that we need to go to. Because it is so mandatory, there are like 3 different ways you can get into it. We're going to be getting into it this way, because this way lets us kill an extra Mindless Guardian, basically for free. And Mindless Guardians give us 5 spirits, and we're going to need more spirits. You can see we only have 10 right now. By the end of the run, we're going to need like 45 more. So, and because not only do they let you do rights, they also let you upgrade your stamina, which, again, I think I said earlier, but say it again. So, now we're going to drop down here. Here is our Mindless Guardian, and he's actually guarding a key. So, like, one of the keys, that's what I'm doing right now is I'm running around collecting these keys. Once we collect all 4 of them, we'll open up a door upstairs, and he's just guarding one of the keys. So that makes it literally free to go down and kill him. And just like that, our door is open. Which is very exciting. So we have now made it to the Molten Capital. And I made this its own split because it takes a little while to get there. So, there are some cycles here. This is really the city of cycles. We're going to come up to here, and then we're going to need to do 3 pretty big swings here. I think this is a skip. I don't think this is the intended route through here. but I also couldn't find another way through. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be shooting that wall there. And then... Oh, I do need to be on this platform. Jump up here. We're just going to climb up a little bit. And here, we do have to do normal climbing, because you can only wall jump back and forth. You can't wall jump straight up one wall, at least as far as I can tell. So... Okay, so we're going to slide down here. We caught a nice cycle there, and I did that without falling into the lava, which is very cool. Oop, I'm not so sure about that hitbox, but alright. Okay, hold on. This timing is ridiculously tight for what it looks like it should be. Oh, wait, you can just go under it. Well, that's good knowledge. I will be doing that in future. I also somehow missed that explosion. We're going to blow this up. It's going to change the lava level, but more importantly, it's going to pour lava underneath this shrine, where we will be doing our next rite. But not yet, because we don't actually have our rite scroll or the setup for it. So, let's get that done. So one of the cool things about this grab ability is that not only can you pull objects, but if the object is heavy enough, it lets you pull yourself. So as if the movement wasn't fun enough already, it's got that going for it too. We're also going to pop up here and grab this shrine just for 3 extra spirits. And then, yeah, I need to check really quick. We are here, we need to grab a shrine. Okay, so we need to blow up this wall, yes. Okay. We blow up this wall, and then we're going to swing through here. Hop onto that platform. Nice cycle we just caught there. I'm going to climb up here, and here is the actual rite that we're going to need to perform. I'm going to light this shrine. And then, unfortunately, I haven't found... There's not a way to look down, so you do just have to swing back to this platform, even though, like, ideally you'd love to fall on one of these floating things. You can't see them. So... Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to have to do it that way. Okay. We're going to land there, refill our stamina, just makes that a little safer. I missed my grapple timing. Okay. Come through here. And then this part here, I haven't optimized. You just kind of gotta go up. And so at this point, if you were doing a playthrough normally, you would have a lot more stamina. We do not have a lot of... Oh, no, that's not good. So we do not have a lot of stamina right now. In fact, you may have noticed, we haven't even been to the stamina upgrade place yet. So we have no extra stamina. I just blew myself up. That was just for funsies. And then we're going to want to blow that up. And then I killed myself so much there that Okay, anyway, we're through. And with that, we have our 10 spirits, we have put lava in both of these, and we have the paper, which means we can perform the rite of Teleball. That's not actually what it's called, but you get an ability called Teleball from it, and it's very fun. And while this is happening, I'm going to Alt-Tab out and scroll down. I really hope the animation kept going. It did not. So Alt-Tabbing does pause things. Okay, so we now have Teleball. And with Teleball, we can now save and quit back to the Molten Capital entrance. So you'll get to see what Teleball is. It's a really fun ability, where you throw out a ball and you teleport. It's great. We love this, because it's really fast. Unless you're bad. Unless you're bad at the game. Hold on. So we're going to blow this up. So finally, I've made several mentions of the stamina upgrade place. It's this guy. So now, we have spent 10 of our spirits, and we have gotten our first stamina upgrade. Which is awesome. And we're going to be putting that to use, basically immediately, as we head into one of the later game areas. We're going to be heading into Thaleopolis, named for a character named Thale, who basically watched his entire civilization fall and saw an opportunity. So, see, that's what's supposed to happen there. While he's burning, you just climb up past him. It's great. Oh yeah, I need to be throwing this thing more because we have a lot of horizontal travel ahead of us as we head into the new capital city. So where we just were, Aramis was the old capital. This is the new capital city, built of gold and glass, which are always things that indicate nothing but good things coming in an Eldritch Horror setting. So, you know. So yeah, as if the movement wasn't cracked enough, we have like endless air stall with the power of Teleball. So this is going to be great. Oh, I actually stuck this landing. We want to land in there and blow that up. And now, we want to climb up here, and this is where we need our 4th stamina in order to make that climb. So that's why we grab one of our staminas early. We will actually be going back to that guy for more stamina later, but that shrine is really, really fast to grab. So we have grabbed it. It depends on the context. So grapple is often faster, but in these spots, the corridors are going to get pretty narrow. So I actually think going through Agora, it might be a little faster to grapple, but I didn't do it this time, so yeah. So right over here, we have the Rite of Travel. Just on that guy's corpse is the game's fast travel. So that's really fun. And we will need that. Oops. Oh, I think I have a split on that as well. Yes. So we can't go straight up yet, unfortunately. We will have to go horizontally. There's a really cool puzzle here, but you can just skip it with Teleball. Oops. That's right. This one is this. Just the slow way. I did this earlier when I was practicing this. I'd accidentally gotten myself a 5th stamina at this point, so I'm not actually sure what I can get away with at this stage. I think I have to do that one slowly. I don't think I have enough stamina to make it all the way across. Oh yeah, so you know parry? Yeah, we can parry walls in this, so that's pretty fun. We will be doing a really cool skip that involves parrying walls in a little bit. But for right now, we need to get in here, and we need to hit that. And then we need to kill this mindless guardian, so we really want to not get hit right now. That's unfortunate. I'm going to just stand back. It's a little more comfortable when you're back a little ways. Cool. We've taken out that guardian. Which should bring me to 21, which means I did miss a shrine at some point. Oh well. There's backups. So anyway, most of the game is going to be hyping up this biome called the Academy. And, oh yeah, parrying walls. So like, these blighted walls specifically. So, there's a little trick we can do. Where, instead of going through an entire gauntlet, we just parry our way up the wall. Yeah, you see why I said this game was too cool for no one to have spedran it? Like this is... There's way too much cool tech in here. So at this point, I'm going to travel back to the mines. Not sure where I missed a shrine. I just forgot to pick one up. That's why I made very detailed route notes, so that I wouldn't miss a shrine. And I missed it anyway. I'm going to light this. And now, we do need to kill this guy. Oops. Missed my shot there. Because killing this guy drops 5 spirits, and shrines give you 3. So it is just always worth it to kill that guy. Now that we're here in the mines... I need to figure out where I'm at in my notes. Sorry, give me just a second. We ride the elevator up to 2, but I think there is a shrine on the side here I can stop by and grab really quick. Yeah, I think this is a shrine. No, this is not a shrine. This is straight into garden. Well, okay. I'm going to make an executive decision. I know where there's a shrine very nearby, and this will be time safe for next run. We're just going to run up and grab this one real quick. There is a shrine right up in here. There we go. And you see how, like, narrow corridors like that, it's definitely faster to use teleball. Oh, there's a shrine right in that wall too, I think. So, that's probably faster. And the thing is, the start time on teleball is also faster, so I don't know. Alright, we're going to grab this shrine, and then we're going to drop down here, and we're going to swing over here and grab this shrine. And now we're going to talk to this guy and upgrade my stamina. And so now we have gathered, you'll see, exactly enough for 2 more stamina upgrades. And we need them. Because we're about to do a really, really cool skip. But it's also, it's a little silly. So, at this point, I'm going to get into a little bit of spoilers for the game, but I need to explain what's about to happen here as I'm walking over towards it. So, there, near the end of the game, you will get the ability to harvest the true names of the Eldritch Gods from their shrines. And the gods don't want you to harvest their true names. So they fight back, and the way they fight back is by creating these really, really challenging platforming gauntlets. Now, those gauntlets are really, really cool and really, really fun. But they also take a lot of time. Scott Whiplash from that sentence. Nice. Yeah, so the platform gauntlets, really, really cool, really, really fun, but they also take a while. So we're going to skip all of that by coming in here. So this right here is an ability gate that requires you to have the last ability in the game, which is flight. However, we simply don't, and we just use all 6 of our stamina to climb up it using teleball stalls. Teleball stalls and wall fairies, baby! I actually just hit it first try, too. That skip took me like 6 tries last time I was doing a practice run. Okay, this corner's a little tricky. Go! And we are up. And then in this room, just drop down here. Is there probably a way to do that faster? Probably, but like, I don't know, it's pretty good. I didn't actually need to harvest that shrine, because we are done with stamina now. There are no more rites that cost stamina, but we do now have the Rite of Sundering. By the way, this room is a nightmare in the late game. However, we're going to skip that and just pick up the Rite of Sundering. And we get the first God's true name. So that's really fun. Oh, I actually probably should not have split there, but oh well. Fake gold, fake gold. Can I undo that split, actually? Yes. Okay. So now, normally you can't fast travel to these altars in the late game. Not until you've successfully, like, sundered their true name. But, because we haven't actually gotten flight yet, the game hasn't realized it needs to spawn those gauntlets. So, we can just fast travel to them. And sunder them. And this is my great innovation. This is what made me want to speedrun this. Is because, you can basically just skip the entire third act. So, we have the true names now of all of the... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. perform right. We're going to travel, and we're going to go back to the academy. So, yeah, we got the true names now before getting the ability from the academy, and I can now split. So that's really fun. So now, all that's left is to get flight, and to do that, we need 3 keys to open up a door. And so, we will do the final area's gauntlets here. Just thread that, grab that, there we go. So that's the first key down. And then another perk of getting the 6 stamina, because I think it's technically possible to do that wall stall ball trick with just 5. But something else we can do is we can come up here and we can do it this way rather than having to do part of that gauntlet backwards, which is quite nice. So now we're going to come up here for the second key. Oh, you do have to go up from the inside. Oops. Oopsies. Well, that's all right. Oops. All right. All right. So now that's the second key. And then for our third key, which, when I was originally routing this, I was doing this biome on 4 stamina, then I just went, wait, why don't I just go get the 6 stamina if I'm going to teleport out and back anyway? Why not go get the stamina and then just be able to do this thing the fast way? Yeah, see, like, in rooms like this where you can't grapple off the ceilings because they're covered in goop, it's definitely faster to use the stall ball than the grapple, mostly because you just can't grapple. So like most of late game, grapple kind of gets just superseded. Yeah. There we go. Hop up there, hop up there. So now we are making our way to the door that we have unlocked. We haven't seen the door yet, but I know about the door, because I've played the game before. So, I actually don't even need to open that up. We don't need to go up there. This is the door that we just opened. All that just to get into here for one final platforming challenge that it's not so bad. Okay. And then unfortunately for Sophia, the rite of coercion is closer to the entrance than the rite of release. So she's going to be in jail forever. So, yeah, we have flight now. The final ability of the game. Also, we're going to get foreshadowing about this altar that we actually already claimed and freed from the soup. So, because you see those turn off. That's a bug because they're not supposed to be off yet. But yeah, we already got their signal. We already got their true names. So yeah, they're all off now. So that's fun. And we're going to head up here. And now for the actual last platforming gauntlet of the game, and it's a short one. We are heading up to Thales' chambers, where he found a way to expulse the gods from this world, which we will be doing. So we have collected the last rite. We are reloading the game from the Academy entrance. And now we will travel back to Agora to finish the game. This is the Grand Altar. We haven't actually stopped at it all game, but you would visit this place a lot throughout the game up to this point. Where we now, we have expulsed the gods from this world except for one, because we actually got a false true name for it. Which makes sense if you followed the lore. You would have known entering this that this is not the guy's true name, but that's beside the point. And he doesn't want to let go of his hold on this world, so we're going to have to do it by force. Oops, and I died. So yeah, oh. I'm trolling a little bit when it comes to grabbing this middle one right now. So every time you die, he basically undoes one stage of this final fight. So, go. Ah! That tentacle spawned inside of me. Oops. Okay, this is, you know, I beat this guy without taking damage in my practice run. This is streamer curse. Which is how we cope with skill issues in this industry. Okay. And we have made it to the final phase, which is some parry game. Well, at least it should be. That is a much worse spawn location. That's alright, we earned it. Okay, so in theory you would want to do this fight without getting hit. As you can see, I'm doing a very bad job of that. But anyway, we have now done it. We have beat the big bad boss. We'll complete the rite. And with that, it's not actually time yet. We have to escape the collapsing caverns at the end. Which, in a rather fun twist on the Metroid formula, don't actually have a timer. You can just keep playing the game afterwards if you want to go for 100%, while the caverns are collapsing the whole time. So that's kind of funny. But, anyway, yeah, this guy here we haven't talked to the entire game, but he's very excited about our contributions to his research nonetheless. And now, we fly. There is an exit over here. Now, unfortunately, if we don't lower this rope, Snorri will die. Unfortunately, it takes time to lower that rope, so, yeah. We're not very good guys at any percent, but, that is time. Coming in at a 34th-26, the first ever speedrun of Auridia. I think time is on when you press the button that says end. That's kind of my executive decision. Because, by the way, you like short indie game credits? That's the credits. That was the whole credit. They don't scroll. So that's awesome. So yeah, that's the run. That's credit should be. This is an indie game. Let's get this one in the Game Awards. But yeah, as you can see, the movement is really fun. With how few collectibles we have, there are so many fun optional bits of content in this. Like, this game is massive. You can puzzle out the mysteries of the world well before you reach the end. I absolutely loved this game, and it is fun to have now the first ever completed speedrun of it. That being said, I had to check my notes and pause and do a bunch of stuff every time, and I'm really feeling like a sub 30 is very doable. So I'm going to go use the bathroom, and we're going to run that straight back. So I will be right back. I am reloaded and ready for another run. Now, I do want to see... Where did I miss... Get 10 out of there, and 15 from that Guardian. Yeah. Let me just see, where did I miss a shrine? And then once I find it... Oops. Okay, also I'm going to come over here, do a little reset, because now we have comparisons. We have a PB. Alright. We light the shrine. Oh, I forgot to get the shrine behind Erd. Duh. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the one, because then you grab that one, you grab that one. Yeah, so I just forgot the one behind Erd. Get that this time. Dang. That sounds like a challenge. Best of luck. I assume... I don't know. I'm guessing something shader side is gonna be a lot easier than like actually rendering textures and particles, but... I mean, it depends on if you have to be able to pass through and interact with the waterfall or if it's just decorative. Right. Okay. Kind of stylized, non-interactive. Yeah. So I haven't done VR programming, so I'm not sure what the limitations are, which is why I'm hesitant to, like, say anything. Just a splash at the bottom. See, that's where I wonder if, instead of using a particle system, if you could, like, do some shenanigans with a shader that just kind of simulates particles, but it's a lot faster on, like, and runs on the GPU. So that it's in that, but that could be somewhat complicated. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, in that case, best of luck! I will stick to what I'm good at, which is going fast in silly indie games. So, I've been, I've been doing a lot of 2D shader writing and working on my own game project, but that may or may not ever see the light of day. Who knows? But for now, I'm gonna be hitting the new game button. Let's see where it goes. Yeah, I'm pretty mediocre at it, and I've put like a solid half month into really locking and trying to learn it. So I kind of know how it works, but I don't really have it intuited yet. So it still takes me a lot of time to get things going. Very cool when they get working, but yeah. Maybe, I mean, if you're already working with an optimized library, then no reason to go that route. I'm too 2D pilled. Alright. Let's dive into this. Make sure I've got the game selected here, so we will start in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Let's get a faster mash here. I really like the movement I had when I started this last time. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's like, because everybody just assumes the engine does the optimization for you. It's like, no, definitely not. Like, I've ended up working in Godot more lately, and it's just like, you gotta be very careful about when resources are actually unloaded versus when you're just like removing them from the scene tree and stuff like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff. See, I find that stuff quite fun to think about, but I know most people do not. Oops. Oh, did I split on grapple? I did not. Oh well. Alright, hear me out. I forgot the first split, and I fell into spike 6 times. This is not going to be a reset-heavy stream, but this will be a reset. I did also just forget to start the timer. So I love optimization, makes me feel smarter. Say, see, you get it. You get it. That's it right there. Like, but I get to feel so clever when I like write my function to use 1 loop instead of 2. Your character has a little bit of drift to them, so that little corner turnaround is, I'm thinking there's got to be a way you can do it better, but I haven't figured it out. Ooh, but that was fast. That guy was, like, so much earlier in his cycle. Definitely my best early game so far. Well, early game. Definitely my best opening. My best King's Pass for the Hollow Knight fans in the room. Go. I should be splitting that. Wasn't actually sure if that was a full stamina bar, so I was a little bit slow and took an extra platform there. We only want to do 2 grapples here because the third one puts you in soup. Oop. I really need to get better at jumping for that one. See your comment there. I have to look at my screen here for just a second. Oh, I definitely need to stop turning that off. Did see some really cool. Can run on the GPU and it's so cool. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking of. I do enjoy that kind of thing. See, that's how that trick is supposed to work. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, we definitely need to start that elevator. I need to not grab the foreign textbook. That's just time loss. There, that is what that room is supposed to look like. Oh no, I actually do need it to blow up this wall. Okay, yeah, whatever. We'll get it later. Alright. Go behind a wall in these collisions, you have to be careful. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm trying to think. Sorry, my brain is in 4 places at once, and so it's just lagging. It's just lagging, but yeah. I see what you are saying. Yeah, not a problem. The entertainment half of my brain is just running straight into odds with the coding wants to nerd out part of my brain. And also, I don't have to open this door, so we can save a little time on that. Also, 34-second gold? Pipe? I don't know how much of that is a fake gold. I literally don't know how much of that is fake gold. But that's pretty fun. I guess we're doing it that way. Alright, that was... Parts of my brain overlap. Nice. Mine often do, but I guess they don't today. They don't today. Go. There's nothing to grapple in here, so unless we just slow walk it out. I'm going to need that guy to be dead. To drop down. We want to drop down. Thank you. Okay, so this is going disastrously. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is this is a catastrophe. Wait, okay, I'm actually failing this entire thing. Huh. Oh. Holy. That might have actually lost time over the one where I had to pause the run for a minute and look at my notes. That was... Used to be a crazy multitask. Secondary school is way too easy. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. College makes you work for it. Just did me. Ah! Here for being in the accommodation. Oof. Oof. Da. Okay, so he's under number 3 this time. Oh no, he's out of range. Well, this is going to be interesting. Please trigger. Thank you. Okay, so this was an absolutely disastrous Rite of Parry split. There is a full minute of time save for future runs, and I think I'm still saving time over PB. By which I mean world record. Okay. So I am supposed to have 10 at this point, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I did not save time on that split. That makes sense. I absolutely face tanked an entire boss. I need to stop clicking that. Why is the top setting the one that I accidentally toggle all the time, like one of the only settings on that menu that matters? Like if I was just randomly turning up and down music, nobody would care. But it's like no, it's the one that it's like invert your controls for kinematic objects. Like yeah, that one's kind of important to be consistent. See how fast we can make it into city here. Oh, you can do a cycle skip on that. Nice, that saves time. Inverted controls in shooters is wild. Here it makes sense because basically what's happening is you're launching yourself, so you want to end up pointing the stick in the direction you're launching yourself, which I just think of as a different function than the one where for light kinematic objects you're shooting at something. So really that inverted thing, since it only applies to heavy objects, is basically do you want the same button for pushing yourself and pushing objects? It's like yes, I would like that. And I think that's what's on by default, too. I can't remember. No, I don't think it's default, actually. I don't know. Anyway, saved another 13 seconds on that. Relatively clean. I missed one shot, so... And I realized I can save a little time there. Am I going to have the stamina? Yes. Okay. I messed it up. Okay, we want to just land on this platform, then turn that straight into a grapple into this wall. Okay. That's right. Got it for next time. I also really like this one because I can play it on controller and it doesn't hurt my hands near as much as the other games I run. Just gonna throw that out there. I love that you can just go under that. Ah! Don't like that you can miss that. Maybe you can't, but I can. Lava to fall. And this platform is right here. Oh my goodness, what was that? That was ambitious. That was always ambitious. Let's just do this. Oh wait, I want this thing off. What? Okay. So actually that was past me trying to save myself. little dicey movement there, but that's alright. Got the shrine. Nice. On the good cycle again. One of these times I'm just gonna go for... Oh, crud. That does not have collision. So I have just learned in this moment that you cannot ledge grab that platform. So that's quite fun. Alright. Do this thing. Retro thing older people like for inverted controls. Yeah! I don't know, is that like... Yeah, I guess it would be. Lots of retro games that just do inverted controls by default. I guess that makes sense. Cause yeah, I can't imagine like wanting to point up by moving the mouse down in a shooter. Like that... But that does not work with my brain. Oh. Just kind of have to improvise that depending on where in the cycle you show up into that room at. So. Okay, what on earth killed me there? I don't know what it was. That was apparently faster, though. I mean, then I think it's a movement thing rather than camera. Yeah. No, I don't... Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. Excuse me. We... Oh. Did not have the stamina for that. Okay. So this is where I want to light this shrine. Talk to him. How do you spend your time? How can I look after the dead? And then, this is what I forgot to do last time. I'm just going to run back here, because this is a really fast shrine to grab. Not like the fastest in the game, but faster than anything else I can find. And I would know, I've 100%ed this game, asterisk. Actually, that asterisk, I ran into a bug, and I just, like, sent a message to the developer about it. Oh, crud. I don't have right of travel yet. I was trying to fast travel. That's not going to work so good before I have fast travel. Wait. Oh, no, I'm going to the Oculus, so I do have to go back up this way. Okay. That'll get faster as I do more runs. I don't know how long I'm going to run this game. Maybe to sub 30? I'm going to run at least a few more times. It's not like there's really a community around it, although I'd love to start something, but that's kind of ambitious. How new is the game? So it came out in September. And the last update was in October. Oh yeah, anyway, I sent my save off to the dev with a bug, and he literally replied within 40 minutes and was like, oh, I'll investigate. I was like, oh, sweet, base dev. Well, now I know I'm speedrunning this game. There's another game I had like that once too, where I ran into a safe game-breaking bug, and I sent it off to the dev. It was a game called Tarnishing of Juxtia. And the dev responded within like 5 minutes and had sent me back a copy of my save that had undone the soft lock. And I'm just like, okay, so you win. Like, find games that get you that much customer support. So I'm happy to shout those out, because they are... That's awesome. Well, that's split. I'm guessing that's actually faster if you don't mess up the landing. Ah. See, last run was kind of a miracle, because, like, I landed a lot of tricks first try. And, like, this run will be better because I'm more confident in the route. But, like, it could still fail to PB because I hit that wall ball thing first try, and that is a really hard trick. And while I am just that good, you know, it's, Okay, here we go. This, and that. That, and then head over to the center here. And now we travel down to the mines. We need to get 14 more, and this time I have the right number of these. Oh, but I didn't open this thing last time. Oh, that's rude. I have to stand this close to the edge. I'm trolling. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta get my parry up. This is... I'm getting a little silly with it. Okay. Whatever. Wait, did that thing just, like, quick travel up here? Oh, no. Wait, it's 2 is the close one. I forget those numbers are upside down. Speaking of inverting controls, that elevator goes... The top floor is... Wait, no, that's how it works in a motel, too. The top floor is floor 4. Yeah. Just have to think about that for 2 seconds, huh? Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade my stamina twice. We are now at maximum stamina, which means I can split. And now, where are we going? Travel to mines? Oh, right. Duh. Because we need to go to Stonewarren. Get the true name. So this is where this run actually becomes world record or doesn't. I don't like that there is a trick this hard at the end, but I also kind of do like the excitement of there being a trick this hard at the end. It's very fun. I'm going to see if I can hit the wall ball. I went to floor 4 instead, floor 2 instead of floor 4. There we go. And this guy here that we cleared out earlier is out the way. Now I've been bouncing across this. It is definitely faster to just use the teleball again, because it's just always faster to use the teleball. Alright, here we go. Bonk. Oh! Clutched it! Let's go! Wait! Wait! It runs alive! That was a little suspect, we'll say. Okay, wait, what are we doing? Okay, this. Okay. Lock in. This. I can't push the buttons. Brain? Brain? What the heck? What was that? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, hold on. I forgot how to play Auridia? Also, this gauntlet is really, really hard when it's covered in evil goo. So thank goodness we don't have to deal with that. I actually... So you know why I know about this skip? You know how I came up with this skip? Is that I just did it in my first playthrough. And then realized I'd missed a bunch when I went for my second playthrough for the speedrun achievement. And I was like, oh, I should probably do this thing in order. So that was a little, a little silly. Alright, so what are we looking at here? I think we are losing a little time on this segment, because I just... Oh yeah, so you can actually do the rights so fast that it doesn't play the full animation, but it doesn't matter because the game knows that you've sundered. And now we can go back to the academy. We have all of our true names. So we are actually missing a bunch of items right now that we would need to finish the game if this game worked the way you think it should. However, the thing the game actually checks isn't whether or not you have the true names. The thing the game checks is whether or not the altar has been sundered. So and it is possible to sunder the altar without getting the true name by teleporting away fast enough and unloading the scene. But as far as I can tell, the game will still be completable. And if it's not, the game is hard-locked, so I really hope it is completable, because otherwise I'm going to have to report that as a bug, and then I will lose time in future runs. And nobody wants that, so... It is optimal to absolutely break the game. Up you go. Alright. Oh, that is a holster. Those. I think I probably want to grapple there, actually. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's a shame that skipping up there doesn't actually get you anything. Because that would be cool if that was in the run. But, yeah, there's nothing up there the way we play this game, so, yeah. Excuse me. Oops. Oops. Wait, I have extra stamina now. I did the, there's a achievement for beating the game on the minimum possible stamina, and some of the muscle memory from these gauntlets is still baked into my brain. So that'll get better with time. Although that challenge is really fun. So, like, good like second run achievements should make you experience the game in a different way that like really makes you rethink the way you consider the game's mechanics. And this game is quite good at that. So, shoutouts to the dev for that. Okay. And now we are going to perform the rite of coercion, and we can fly. Do I have 2 minutes of time save on the final boss? I don't think so. But I actually feel like, as I'm thinking about this and like how this run has gone, I feel like the sub 30 is just like a clean run. It's not a perfect run, but, like, that's really cool how that works out. I think, like, my first clean run all the way through will be the sub 30, and then that'll feel awesome. So that'll feel like I've earned something. And then I can say, yep, I gave this game the speedrun it deserves. Because this really is, like, this is genuinely such a fun game. Like, I'm actually speedrunning this because I like the game so much and wish I could have played more. So, now I can. Alright. And here we go. Okay, that's just mashing A. Alright. Let's play this thing a little bit nicer. Ugh, lock in, lock in, lock in. Um, that's the opposite of locking in. Okay. Fine, I pressed the wrong button once. That's what I really didn't want to do. Okay. It's fine. Last phase. Nice. Clean. Actually clean. Wait, that was kind of hype. Sorry, I was locked in. I went quiet for once in my life. It's a good final boss. I like that boss. And to freedom! So we have to stop right here and refuel. Get the angle. Oh, I got the angle. Oh, I got the goated angle. What? I guarantee you, I will never hit that angle again. And time. All right. So the fun of learning a speedrun is your second run you just it's all golds and yeah, world record. Let's second go. All right. Now, should I be concerned that my sum of best is sitting at 3054? No. No, absolutely not. This is fun. I like this. I'm glad I decided to do this today. Should I do one more? Should I do one more? See if we can get a sub 30. I don't know that the sub 30 is happening today. I might have to do one more session for that. But I think I got one more run in me. I think I can do one more. So let me check and see if I've heard back from the dev yet. I've not heard back from the dev yet. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to mute again. Go use the bathroom once more. And one more run. Do one more. And that'll be stream. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. I should have left the game open so it would be making noise while I was gone, but we are back for one final run. Well, I mean, like, there's always the option of, like, if I were to, like, mess something up early enough that I would want to reset it. It might be 2 runs, but yeah, gotta hope that doesn't happen. So hopefully, last run of the day. So, I'm gonna set my notes right here because I've memorized the front and end, and it's just kind of, there's a lot of shrines in the middle. So I'm going to reset the timer, delete this save, and we'll start our run in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I think if I get close enough to... actually, I shouldn't make that joke in case this is the one I end up submitting to speedrun.com as a... because I want to claim the page after this, because nobody has claimed the page for it. Like, this game needs a speedrun page. But I will make this joke, which is that since I get to make up the timing method when I set up the page, if I get like a 30-minute and 3-second, we'll say timing starts when you gain control of the character, and not when you press new game. And that's the real-time save right there. It's gonna be really funny when this is my sub 30 and this is just like the run I put out there. That'll be a really funny opener. But let's have that problem. Let's make that a problem we have to deal with. Oh man. Wait, is in what in particular? Like, I mean, I can claim the speedrun page just by, I have to have done a run of it, and it has to be a game that meets speedrun.com's criteria, which, like, it's a full-blown 5-hour Metroidvania. It's fine. So yeah, I can claim the page, and then, like, I get to set up the category rules and stuff. So I totally forgot to split grapple. Holy crud, he grabbed the shrine first try! Crazy! We've never seen anything like it before. Alright. Go! Alright. It was so good. Oh my gosh, you can... You get back out? Oh, well, I'm learning so much here as I completely flub this early game. Oh well. That is such a fake gold, but, you know, I messed up enough that I'm not worried about it. I can still beat that gold, you know? But yeah, anyway, once I claim it, I get to set up all the rules, all the categories, just initially, because, like, it's a community-run thing, and right now oh, there goes my dog. So, dog content. I'm sure my mic is picking that up. It filters it when I'm on a Discord call, but it is absolutely not filtering it right now. In fact, I'm going to... Okay, should be good. You can hear me, right? I'm just gonna do a quick check to make sure my auto mute and unmute button is actually functional. Cool, perfect, thank you. What was that? Okay. This room, I have a hunch, is going to be an interesting gift that keeps giving every time I do a run. let's do this setup correctly. There we go. Oh, I bet that's faster to just fall in the soup. Hey, plus 0.0! Well, I'm nothing if not consistent. Oh, that's not good. Ah, that's not good. My time save! Oh. It's a disaster? Not really. It is just, it's a little scuffed, as they say. But that's okay. It's our third run of the game ever. We can't expect perfection this early. If we did, there would be no reason to keep speedrunning. It wouldn't be a hobby. It would be something you do for an afternoon. I need to stop blowing that one up and just start going straight down here. That'll save time. Alright. Anywho. There we go. That's what you want to do in this hallway. Hello? Hi. You can grab these so early. He can block the shot? That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright. Was I at last time 906 on this? Alright, we can beat that. Mostly, I just need to play this fight really, really well. Alright. That's not exactly the really well I had in mind, but, you know. You know, it's still better than last time. Still better than last time, and that's what counts, right? It's all about improvement. So it makes the hobby fun. To see yourself get better at something that you put practice into in real time. Or in game time, depending on the timing method, eh? Oh. Well, this has to be faster. Just shooting myself. I hadn't thought of that. I wonder if that's just always faster. There we go. Nice. Alright, there we go. Oh, 49 seconds ahead. That's kind of fun. Now, if we go fast enough on this next segment, can we get to Molten Capital? It's a Molten Capital pre 10 minutes? I'm sure pre 10-minute Molten Capital is possible, but... Which is actually crazy, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, this way. Whoop, whoop. Alright. Here. Grab you. Okay. And one more right down here. Oh man, that's schmovement right there. That was clean. That might actually be this. Oh, it's just barely not. Dang, that was clean in PB. What? I was like, that was nice right there. I bet there's a way you can skip that cycle. Okay, you don't have to psychic these. Whoa, where are we going? Where are we going? That was an interesting set of events. But what are we doing here on the Mushroom Man Toad channel if not keeping it interesting? Okay. Oh, that was sketchy. Oh, I can walk through that lava. Nice. That's good knowledge. I can also walk into that lava, but it will kill me because it's, you know, it's lava. Huh. Oof. Oh my goodness. This section really keeps the heart rate up. I'll give it that. That is just an objective fact. And up. Okay. Isn't, as far as I can tell, you can't catch the platform up ahead of you. Seems like they almost spaced it out for that. Maybe they meant it as a real challenge to great speedrunners. But I am just beginning, so maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll find a way to skip a cycle on that. Oh! Okay. There we go. So how was that? We have a one... Oh my goodness, we're 118 ahead. Oh, hey, Pretender. Welcome to the stream. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, cool. Because I had to mute for just a second there, and I have it on a hotkey, but I can't actually see it because I have my speedrun route notes on it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, hello again. Sorry, I've had to come in and out, which keeps it exciting. It's exciting on my end. There are things happening with the people around me. Oh, crud. That's devastating. I think I can reload from my last saved position, and that'll be up here on the surface somewhere. Yeah. Don't fall in the big hole. Okay. Got to check my OBS. As long as people can hear me. Thank you. If you can't hear me right now, then all of my witty banter is gone. But if you can't, then fantastic. I need to rearrange my setup because I really don't need the speedrun route notes anymore. I've got it down. Most people can hear. Professional speaker tagline. Oh, true. I would not be surprised if there is a speaker company out there that is sounds people can hear as their tagline. That seems quite plausible. Alright. So I lost some time on that segment because fell in a hole. Okay, I actually have no idea whether or not my mic is unmuted right now. Nice, good guardian. Okay. So I did in fact just alt tab there so I can now see my Oh, ooh, that's so much faster than what I was doing before. Wait, I gotta keep that one. I can now see my microphone status. Oh, crud. And that's so much slower than what I was doing before. My time save. Okay. Alright, we're going to right of travel back to the mines now that we have this as a fast travel point. Also, Pretender, since I was pulled away a couple of times there right as you joined, how's it going? What are you doing today? Whatever, that works. Now, fun fact about this door, for those of you who have stuck around this whole stream, if you ever play this game yourself, that door has a little secret, which is that if you throw a teleball through it, it doesn't actually have a border, so you can go outside of the map. This is a great way to get the Steam achievement for staying airborne for 20 seconds, because you're falling outside of the map. Alright. So anyway, now we have our 6 stamina. And once again, the entire run comes down to this next trick. So for my next trick, we will be... doing the hardest trick in the entire run. So, which is a little... It's a little skip I came up with. And I see, for those of you just joining, little skip I came up with, where, well, you're supposed to have another ability to go through the gauntlet I'm about to go through. And that ability, if you don't mind a little bit of late game spoilers, is the ability to fly in a straight line in any direction. So a pretty powerful ability, and one that I don't have yet, because in order to get it, because the moment you pick it up, you enter the last act of the game, where these very, very tricky gauntlets spawn everywhere, including on the path that I'm about to take here. So, rather than dealing with a tricky gauntlet, why don't we just skip it and all of the other tricky gauntlets by just walking up the wall that requires flight? And that right there was the skip. Oh, I forgot to split on stamina maxing. But I actually also need to play the game, so I'm just gonna split there. Man, it's so good until it isn't, you know? It's so good until it isn't. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. There's some scuff on this segment in PB. This can definitely still world record. Okay, so we're going to grab ourselves the Rite of Sundering, which is supposed to be the reward for this really difficult late game gauntlet that hasn't spawned in yet. So instead we just get to do our Sundering right now, which is great. And so this is the part in which the entire game breaks into tiny little pieces, because if I do this fast enough, you'll see I'm going to sunder this altar so fast that there's no animation here, because the rest of the gauntlet doesn't exist. So I can sunder it so fast that you can sunder it again, which is exciting, but mostly it's really fast. So that's the really neat part. So, sorry, I was talking as I'm thinking too much. But anyway, so we have sundered all of the names now before we have flight. What that means is that all of the late game gauntlets basically, oops, running into a little bit of a bug, which is going to hamper things, where my controller has decided to disconnect itself. There we go. Oh wait, I have to go in here. This is where I'm going in here. So yeah, we have now, anyway, as I was saying, as I've been trying to say several times, and I keep tripping over myself, we have now skipped almost all of the actually difficult late-game gauntlets, which take a lot of time. Because you know how we can fast travel right now to... Okay, I'm trolling. Actually... Focus for just a second here. But you know how we can fast travel to all of those points where I sundered the names from? You can't do that once the third act starts. So, we literally skip having to run around the entire map for several minutes. And it saves an incredible amount of time. And that was the speedrun skip I came up with that was so cool, it made me want to speedrun this game. I was like, I wonder if anybody else has thought of this. And then nobody has even speedrun it. So that's why we're here today. Interesting. I do actually need to hit this so I can get out of the room, though. I didn't know you could collect that without skipping it. Oh, I forgot to split on true name. Okay, these splits are scuffed. I'm gonna be real. We're doing one more run after this. I can't end on this. I can't end on this. Like, I feel like this one has just been such a technical nightmare that I can't end on a technical nightmare. So, if y'all have been enjoying, hopefully I will have one more for you to enjoy. But right now we are gathering 3 keys to open up a door. For if you have not seen this part of the game before. And I accidentally must have hit the toggle for inverting my controls. That's why I just smashed my face into a wall there. Alright, there we go. And here is the door we've been opening. That's what all those keys were for. Just gets us up here. And what could be up here that's so important? Well, it's most of the ability to fly. Which we do actually get now, because we've done all of the gauntlets that are gated behind flying. So now we can just get fly and not have to worry about any of the consequences. There are no consequences to these actions. So, yeah. So now we get to perform the rite of coercion, which is done now. Alright, and that's our actual time right now, because I've been absolutely failing to split. This run has not been this up and down. I'm going to have to clear out, like, all of the golds from this. But I really probably should just fly up that rather than doing 6 grapples, but yeah. Yeah, this is some fun Metroidvania late game movement, I'll tell you that. Oops. Except when you're bad, but that's okay. Okay. So we're gonna grab this, and we're going to save and quit out. We're going to reload from the Academy entrance. And we are going to perform the final rite. So this is the final boss, and I'm going to be quiet for a second while I lock in and kill this thing without dying 6 times like I did last time. Because this actually is on pace to be a sub 30 if I just do this without getting hit. Which, that's not a great start. That tentacle spawned inside. Okay, I really have to get used to that. Those tentacles just spawn inside of you. That is just a thing that happens in this game. Oh, where is it? It's over there. Oh boy. Okay, it's fine. Got the face transition. I pushed parry! That's... Yeah, that was a horrific angle. Okay, come on. Why is it going back there? Oh, because I'm facing that way. Okay. Okay. It is no longer sub 30. Alright. That's fine. Obviously, I need to practice. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I missed another split. Can I just, like, undo all splits? I'm just... Because, like, I don't want this to save my best times. I won't reset yet, just in case it's faster than a 31 or whatever, but... I gotta do one more. I have to do one more. Okay. Mastery Snorri. And finish the game. Also, by the way, how are the game audio levels for those of you who are here? Like, is it sounding good? Is it too quiet? Okay. Alright. Well, I ran into a bug at the end and threw the sub 31, but yeah, that's... We're gonna reset that. Alright. Alright. I have one more run in me. I want to do a real run. I'm gonna step back from the game for just a second. I need to go take care of something in real life, so I had to mute a few times during that. But give me like 15-ish minutes. No, not 15. I don't know why I said 15. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. So, enjoy, in the meantime, the title screen. I'll be right back. Because, yeah, I refuse to end on that run. That was, like, there's so much potential here. That was so many technical difficulties, me forgetting to split, me, like, everything went wrong that could. Let's get a good one. I want to get a good PB. And I can definitely PB, because if that was a PB, I can PB anything. So, I'll be right back. And we're going to get this. Well, hello again. I'll turn the music up a little bit, just so. Just so we can all hear it, because this game's got a decent OST. And I feel like y'all have been missing out. Knew nothing to write home about or anything, but just so you can hear it. But that being said, we're gonna give this one more go at the any %, see if we can get ourselves a sub 30-minute run. I'm not sure if today is the day. I'm not sure if I should be doing one more, but I do want to do one more run. So we're gonna give it a go. And if I don't get it today, I'll be back soon, because I do want to get a sub 30 for the submission. But for now, let's get into it. So clear out the old save, and we'll start up our final run in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Mash through the opening cutscene. So if you haven't seen this game before, this is the first run, or the first full run you're joining us for. It's a fun little indie Metroidvania cosmic horror. Or cosmic horror indie Metroidvania, I should say. Where, well, I won't spoil it all, but let's just say it's got some fantastic movement and a great storyline that we will be skipping nearly all of, as we attempt to go very, very fast. This game released back in September, and while it only is sitting right around 120 Steam reviews, it's 98% positive. People love this. This game is awesome, and I agreed. And when it had such positive reception, I couldn't wait to go see how cracked the speedrun tricks were, only to find out that nobody's ever speedrun it before. So we're here today to fix that. We're here to give this game the speedrun it deserves, because there is some wild movement tech in this game. And I can't wait to show it off one more time today, as we do our one more run for the sub 30. I don't have to hit everything correctly for a sub 30. Like, I feel like I could hit a 28x if I really grinded this game. But for now, the goal is to get a sub 30, because that'll feel like a good run. Just a good, clean run all the way through. That is the goal for today. Okay, here we go. I messed that one up, which is quite bad, actually. I will have to get a backup shrine at some point, and I'm not really sure where to do that. But that's okay. Because I guess technically it saves time on the climbing gear split. That is a gold I will probably never beat, because the movement was good and I missed something. So, I think there's a backup I can pick up in Korea, or here in the mines. Chirons, that's the word. I don't know why I said Korea. Okay, that was the backup I was planning on getting. Okay, that's... Okay, I really just... That's not a grapple. No grapple allowed there. Oh, I think there's one in the wall here, isn't there? No, that's an item. One up here? Right, because the thing is, we need one more spirit, like, right now. Oh, I can get this one. This one I can get. Let's do this. It's gonna be my backup from here out. Mess up the main one. Next, then you have to activate these lifts, and that's tricky. Okay. Losing a hefty amount of time here. Should I just reset? I'm thinking the lesson I'm learning right now is that if you mess up that one, that's a reset. One more, run! Oh, I hit the quit button instead of the start game button. Now, I'm not sure if that's a sign of something attempting divine intervention, as if catastrophe is going to strike during this next run. But I'm going to choose to believe that it isn't. So here we go! One more run. I forgot to press split on hitting new game. I didn't count it down. So, y'all even get a bonus. One more run. I mean, this is truly, I mean, where else are you going to get a speedrun stream with this many one more runs? I mean, this is phenomenal. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Alright, and so begins the sub-30 run. As you're watching this in the VOD, in the replay, you know, months from now, as this is the world record Auridia run, and you're considering running it for yourself, know that it's not, like this was a divine prophecy given to me by the Cognivore. This is the sub-30 run, and I'm calling it now. And if you're not watching this run in 30 months, then, you know, it's, you know what happened. Okay. I think I need to stop splitting on grappling hook. Like, I'm never gonna hit that split button correctly. So there are ways you can do faster grapples, but what we just observed there is the slowest grapple ever recorded in Auridia history. Not sure what that was. But hey, keeps it exciting. Here, here, here. We touch down, we go 1, 2, drop down there. Okay, a little slow on that cycle, but that's alright. Light this shrine. Now there are like 14 seconds of time save here because I messed up collecting that shrine in the PB that's showing. Which I'm going to call for all intents and purposes my PB. So you want to get a long grapple there, but that's alright. Because we now have the climbing gear, and I'm going to split on save and quit. There we go. We save and quit back to the mine entrance. It has Hollow Knight-esque bench save and quits, but for a very different reason, because normally when you save and quit, it puts you right back to where you were, like in the level geometry. That's scuffed. I missed the ledge grab. So normally it puts you right back to where you were in the level geometry, but as a safety feature, the dev put in a return to entry room of the biome button on reloading your save file, and we are absolutely going to exploit the heck out of that. So, yeah. And we're going to hit that now because we will be going up there later. I'm going to grab the glass eye. Not that we I don't even know that you need the glass eye to finish the game, but... I actually don't know if you need the glass eye to finish the game. But I'm going to grab it because it's on the way to the black crystal, which you definitely need to finish the game. Why is this section so hard? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, we're going to come over here. We're going to pick up our right. And blow up that wall. We will be collecting that shrine later, but there's no reason to collect it now because there is a nice window while we have to wait for a projectile attack later in the game when we come back to kill that guy. So in the meantime, we have our spirits, we have our crystals, and therefore we can complete the rite. I did lose 12 seconds to dying over and over in that one room. That's why I say there's a lot of time save in this, but there's a lot of things that can go slightly wrong. And in a run that's only 30 minutes, those add up quite quickly. But that's... I don't have to worry about it because we're going to do these things right. At least that's the goal. And right now we're heading off, speaking of right, to our next right. The right that allows us to parry. I actually don't need to blow up that wall, and I keep doing it every run as a force of habit. But actually it would save about 5 seconds if I just stopped doing that. And in this run, 5 seconds is a lot. So... right now, we're going to hop up here and grab this. Oh, crud. Okay. Okay. We stand here on the edge, we line it up. There we go, perfect. You want to hit both of these flowers at the end of this hallway with one shot. It just makes it a lot easier to get through that hallway. Now this guy here is going to try to shoot us, and we'd love him to. We just want him to shoot us up there. So he'll activate the equipment, and not only will he activate the equipment for us, he'll also take out this eyeball thing. One of the blighted stalks, they're called. So we get to take him out. Combat in this game is very much indirect. You're using environmental props to do your fighting for you. And sometimes even the own enemy's projectiles, which I always think is a fun little twist on the formula. It's technically a combatless Metroidvania, but that doesn't mean it's enemyless, and that doesn't mean you can't defeat those enemies. So now, this enemy here can go disastrously. If you've been watching my other runs today, you will have seen a very wide mix of ways this guy can go. Say it that way. That was quite good as far as it goes. I messed up one thing, but it was small. It cost us 1 cycle, as opposed to like 3 or 4, which I think is what happened in PB. So we should be saving time on this segment from here, as long as this next guy is nice. Which I sure hope he will be. So right after this enemy here, who we're going to let shoot once because there is a wall blocking our path that we need the enemy to clear out. And we also let this enemy shoot once. And turns out I've just learned that you can actually hug that wall, so that is not even that slow. This is a disastrous bit of positioning. There we go, much better. So now that he's walked forward, we can use this guy to shoot him in the head. And instead we have blown ourselves up, which is quite bad, actually, because it means he heals. So, but there we go, now he is defeated, and we can pick up the last item. So, that's why I say, the sub 30 is very doable, because this is still going to be faster than what happened in PB. This is still saving time. Because PB was my 2nd ever run, and this is my 4th ever run. And since we have all of those things, we have 10 spirits, we can now get the right of parrying. Wow, we are way ahead. Okay. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, I'm glad we reset that last run. We've been running behind the whole time, and, like, there is time save, but, like... I actually need to test. I will do a little test after this stream. I'll probably do another run. But I'm curious if one can save and quit sooner, like the moment you perform the rite, since, like, you can for sundering. Once you've sundered, you don't actually have to wait for the item. The trouble is, here we do need the item. So I'm thinking I want to wait for the item to save and quit, but I should test it. Anyway, we're going to pop up here into this room. And we're going to hit this. So now we're going to be collecting 4 keys from around here, 4 of these blue key token things, because they let us open up the door into the old capital city of Auridia. Which is a place we're going to need to go, mostly because there is a rite we can perform there that will greatly enhance our movement capabilities. And so to get the 4th key, we have to go past one of these guys, and you might think, oh man, we have to fight another enemy, but actually we're stoked to be fighting another enemy because he drops 5 spirits. And those spirits are used from everything from doing rites to, in this guy's case, getting additional stamina, which we will very much be putting to use once we get it. Anyway, that is entrance to Molten Capital, not nearly as clean as in my PB, but that's okay. Because, oh boy, do we have time save in Molten Capital. Again, someday I believe that will be a cycle I can skip. Today is not that day. It is not that day, friends. Okay. I keep wanting to, like, jump on those prematurely, and there's just no reason to. There is enough time once it turns off that you can clear the cycle. Like, just wait the extra half second so you don't end up missing an entire cycle, you know? Lose a half second to save a minute, right? Ah! Oh, nice, we caught the cycle. Nice, that's some good cycle right there. I want to touch this. That's what we don't want to do. That's also what we don't want to do. Up down here to the altar, but we are not going to actually be doing the altar yet because we don't have the right. That's one for all you Elden Ring players. Anyway, we will be grabbing a few things on our way down here as we go and blow up this wall. So for some reason, the middle one has downward collision, while these 2 outer ones do not. Which just makes this whole section here really awkward. But that's okay, because we have the right now. I'm gonna grab that shrine on the way back because it takes literally 0 time to pick up. It is just on the way. And again, we need a very, very specific amount of spirits. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm guessing I could have made that distance, but wow, this is a terrible cycle those are on. I think, as can sometimes happen with these sorts of games, those cycles are determined by how fast you approach them. So like they can be offset from each other, they can be the same, or maybe it's just random. I don't know, but it's definitely different. Anyway, with that, okay, so that does confirm my theory. For some reason, the hitbox on that lava extends way back while it's flowing down, which is very mysterious, but oh well. We have now completed the rite. That gives us Teleball. And Teleball is a very fun ability, because if you like air stalls in games, Teleball might be your new favorite thing. And I will show you why in just a second, as we save and quit out. Because, yeah, you can just do this now. Which is great. I mean, we love this. How do you spend your time? How can I look after the dead? And there we go. We get ourselves a stamina upgrade. And even better, go back here. I mean, listen. Like, we all know this is a cool speedrun for several reasons already. Because there's, like, some great movement. It's a good game. Based indie dev. They, well, I don't know about base, but they certainly fixed my save. Like, when I sent them in my save with a bug, and within 40 minutes had replied that they're, like, looking into it and fixing it. So, very cool dev anyway. And we've got all that going. And that room behind the big turtle guy, that's the Kickstarter backer room. When's the last time you saw a speedrun that visits the Kickstarter backer room in one of these? Right? Keeps it exciting. I don't know. Yeah, so there's two ways that shrines get hidden in this game. Mostly. It's either behind, like, these complicated platforming gauntlets, or it's behind completely trivial to get, but it's just, like, hidden. Like, there's just, like, a spot in the wall kind of thing. Oops. Jumped a little too early there. And those ones that are tucked into the wall are really great for the speedrun because, well, as the speedrunner, I know where they're all at. So it's not really, like, the challenge doesn't really exist. There's not time spent searching for them. So we can just grab all those, and because we don't need all of them for any percent, we just skip all the hard ones. It's great. Okay, coming up here is going to be our split for the Rite of Travel, which is this game's fast travel. There's lots of ways games have done fast travel in the past, and lots of ways they hide it, lots of ways to unlock it. In this game, it's just on a random guy's corpse in a corner. So, shout out to that guy. Okay, I think I can definitely make it up there without stopping on the second platform. But I mean, hey, it worked. That was some pretty clean movement through that room. Can I just say that? That went swimmingly. Go. We are up to 21 spirits, which is right where we want to be. Oh boy. Okay, so we did discover last time that there is a faster way to do this, and also it's a lot easier, frankly. But this works. So And now we're going to head down to Chiron's Mine for some stamina maxing. And this time, everything is on pace. We didn't, like, miss one somewhere, so hopefully, as long as this guy is not in the worst possible position, which he's not, we'll be able to blow him up. And get a whole bunch of spirits, a whole lot of fast right there. And we're going to ride this thing up to 2. We don't want to throw that ball too far, because that is one of the only doors in the entire game that doesn't properly have its collision set up for the teleball, meaning that if you teleball into it, you will just go out of bounds. I am having a skill issue right now. That is what is happening right here. Okay. There we go. Man, it was setting up to be a gold split, and then whatever that was just happened. But that is the nature of speedrun. We're going to talk to this guy, and Erd is going to upgrade our stamina twice, bringing us to 6 total stamina, which we are now going to put to use immediately. We stalled as long as we could, but now we're going to need these staminas for the hardest trick in the entire run. Is he going to say that every single time he gets to this trick? Yes, absolutely. Will he also point out that he invented this trick? Yes, he's the only person to speedrun the game. Duh. But at the top of this lift, we will be heading into the Stone Warren, which is the last biome in the game. You'd think it would be the Academy after how much it's been built up, but actually, once you get an ability from the Academy, you can go into the Stone Warren to collect the Rite of Sundering that had been sealed away here, and use that to bring about the end of the game. However, we don't want to get Flight, because then this place turns into a really difficult platforming gauntlet. Whereas right now, it has not yet turned into a really difficult platforming gauntlet. Because the dev didn't think of somebody doing this. And maybe they didn't have to. Okay, hold on. Okay, see, remember when I was really stoked I had hit this several times in a row? The reason this trick is hard is that if you throw your ball too short, or you come in a little bit low, like it's very precise. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, this is why I said this trick is the hardest trick in the run. And I know nobody believed me before, but you have to throw your thing very precisely so you don't fall, but it also doesn't hit the goop, because if your ball hits the goop, it explodes. This is really sad, actually. I think this run is dying. I think this run is dying. Oh, I did one too many bounces. Okay. Yeah, it's dead. But I'd still like to hit the trick once for practice, maybe? Okay, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. See, this is why I was stoked when I hit it first try in PB, but now everyone has to hit it first try? How was I didn't regenerate my stat. I finally hit it, and I didn't regenerate to fall! Okay, yeah, this is tragedy. Well, that's fine. At least now everybody will believe me when I say this is the hardest trick in the whole run. Well, I said I thought it might have been divine intervention trying to spare us from catastrophe. There's your catastrophe. Do one of these. Okay, this is not that difficult, but it is the hardest part of the run. And it's... Again, so this gauntlet, you are supposed to have the ability to fly. We are effectively skipping that. Like the ability to fly, we only get to use for really the final boss of the entire round. Oh, man. My time save. It's all gone. Oh, well. Oh, I can't even split yet, actually. I actually need to do the sundering first. Sorry, my sundering gets a little faster every time I do it. There it is, the sub 30 slipping away. Well, there's the split. 2 minutes and 30 seconds lost on it. Oh well. I mean, I guess we could play this ending bit perfectly and maybe still eke out a PB? I don't know, that seems ambitious. I don't know how I managed to throw a ball and not teleport. Why is my respawn point all the way back here? Guys, I think it's over. You know, so it's only 2 records. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Technically, my third run that I finished was also a world record run. Like, that is technically the standing world record. It was just so catastrophically bad, I chose not to stop the timer. So, mostly because it would have messed up my splits. So. But technically, that was world record by like a minute. So yeah, but you know what? 2 world record runs. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Credit where it's due. There were only 3 world record runs here today. That being said, make sure you tune in next time because I definitely do not have one more in me. My hand is starting to get a little sore. I've been playing Auridia for 3 hours straight, which is over half the runtime of the game actually, which is fun. But. So yeah, I will finish this one out just for the practice. But make sure you tune in next time because we will be getting sub 30. I just have to not throw, and I think tiredness is what I'm running into right now. Yeah. I mean, it's like a 5-hour game. It's a Microvania, it's really nice because it's like not a huge time commitment while still being quite a compelling large world. So it was like perfect. I played this game yesterday because I wanted to kill a Saturday morning because I'd been super productive all week and I needed a break. I was like, how do I kill a Saturday morning? I don't have time for like a 20-hour Metroidvania. But 5 hour? Perfect. Anyway, there's the right of coercion. We're also losing time on this split, so if there was any hope, it's, let's cook. Granted, this is still going to be like a 32 if I don't mess anything up too bad, so, you know. I'm going to do some testing, because I think there is a way I can skip these cutscenes, but, or there might be. So, I need to do that test. Wait, why am I saving and quitting? This is a fast travel. Doesn't matter. Excuse me. Wait. Oh, that's... It's not a fast travel. It's a I have to go and get the other parchment. Oops. Nah, we'll finish it out. We'll finish it out. This is, any hope of it being world record. I was holding on to a glimmer of hope, which was really foolish. But it's gone now. It's gone. But yeah, for Icy and Pretend, thanks for hanging out today. This was fun, and I'm really glad I got to show off this game. It's I love when cool indie devs do obscure things and they turn out to be really, really fun, and I want to bring a little bit more attention to it. So I'm glad I'm in a spot where I get to do this sometimes, and people actually show up and enjoy watching it. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you enjoyed. And I will hopefully do this again sometime sooner than later, because I would love to get a sub 30, set up a speedrun.com page. I'm probably, when I set up the page, I'm going to submit my second run, because I think my commentary was the best in that one. And if a speedrun.com moderator is going to watch it, I think that's the one I'll send in, but it could take weeks for the page to get approved, so I'm going to get that going today. But yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. Sometime this week, I'll run this back and get an actually good time. Could be tomorrow, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to commit to any dates. So we stream sporadically out here. There was a tentacle there! No, it was so clean! I was worried I was about to perform a literal perfect final boss on this run. That would have been a little soul-crushing. But yeah, until next time, thank you again for stopping by. And as we complete the rite and finish the run, well, actually, we're going to dive into the floor and take damage for no reason whatsoever. As we complete the rite to finish the run, thank you for... once again for stopping by. Our sum of best is now down to a 29 minutes, so I fully believe the sub 30 is coming next time I do this. But until then, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. This has been Mushroom Man Toad. Oh man, I haven't gotten to do this in so long. And I will, for real this time. See you in the next one. Whee! As we fly towards the credits. As we leave this kingdom and all of its inhabitants to burn, and even a couple people who don't live here. Or rather, not to burn, but to be buried. And time. gonna have to fix that fake gold at the end, but see you in the next one.